Yo, what's up guys? How's it going? On this video we're gonna do a little bit something different. Usually when I'm speaking about a game, I've usually played it through its entirety. I have the whole experience and I'm usually going to give you guys a breakdown of whether this game is worth you purchasing or even playing in the first place. This time we're gonna go over more so some first impressions and speak about a game that unfortunately lost me completely and I've ended up dropping off. The game we're speaking about today is Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a game produced and I think developed by Square Enix from what I understand, and they've made this experience, and yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but unfortunately it doesn't have the charm that the movies the Guardians of the Galaxy has. It's the same characters, but something definitely is different. Now, the first impression that I received is like, this game strangely feels familiar, yet new. We know these characters well from the movies, but the game is clearly taking a different direction with them. This is a different interpretation. This is a clear divergence from the character designs in comparison to their movie counterparts. And this is mainly what a lot of game titles do. They don't want to be restricted in any sense by the movies from a character design perspective or from a personality perspective. Now, of course, they do have to be somewhat similar to the personality that we know. Like, you can't make Peter Quill, for example, now an introvert because it's now the gameplay experience. No, he still is the same person and a similar character from the iteration that we have in the MCU. So there are similarities, but there are definitely some changes. I was definitely interested to see how much this iteration would differ from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I was interested to see if I would like this version of these characters more. Not so sure about that so far though, because okay, there is dialogue banter between the crew, but I won't lie, in the beginning stages it definitely feels more forced and doesn't feel like a very authentic experience. I saw how it panned out, and by the end of it all, it was just okay. You could tell that some more time, or I don't know, something about the dialogue experience doesn't make it feel authentic enough compared to other games and stuff like that. You know, the game gives you a myriad of dialogue choices, options, so far, but I'll be honest with you, so far they definitely do seem inconsequential. Now, to the point that I got to in the game, I hadn't reached a point just yet where I could see dialogue changes affecting relationships, characters, or having a significant stake in the story as of yet. So that's just what I was able to experience so far. Nothing's really hitting the spot. It's not somewhat similar to these other storytelling games such as Life is Strange, Telltale games, Detroit Become Human. Definitely more related to the other type of normal action adventure games that you're used to playing. Now, I'll be honest with you, bro. When I got into Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll be honest with you, what interested me the most and what I was looking for in particular was an interesting or exciting gameplay experience. And I've been looking for a game that was going to give me that. A gameplay experience that was fun, cool, fast, exciting, and flashy, and a gameplay experience that had strong impact. Now, unfortunately for me, when I finally did get into Guardians, I wasn't served that. It didn't hit that gameplay itch that I was needing it to satiate oh so much. The gameplay is definitely on the mediocre side. Very basic and not satisfying, especially for a game particularly released in this generation. I'd have to say, unfortunately, the gameplay is by far the weakest component of the game so far, despite having access to the multiple Guardians of the Galaxy ability. And even more heartbreaking is I was really looking for an exciting gameplay experience, and unfortunately, clearly I'm going to have to find that with a different title. Definitely disappointing. And just because of those reasons, I've actually let go of Guardians of the Galaxy and I've moved on to another title. The gameplay was definitely not able to grab me. The characters and their interaction with each other are just okay for the time being. And from what I've experienced so far, I definitely feel my time will be better spent on a different title. Now, You guys can perhaps make a case to me down there in the comments. We can have a discussion down there. Maybe if you guys have experienced something, perhaps there's an exponential improvement in the narrative title. If you continue with it later, maybe there's something special that happens a lot later in the story. Maybe I can give the game another chance. But from what I've been able to see and experience so far, yeah, man, I had to cut it early. Disappointed, and I've definitely moved on to another title. Right now I think I'm gonna jump over to Life is Strange True Colors. Yeah, Life is Strange 2. I'm gonna make a video on its own for that title, but yeah, I'm moving on to a different title right now, and I'm interested to see if I'll be enjoying that game. Yeah, defo. Yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts down in the comments. Do you agree with me? Perhaps was I too hasty with me dropping this title? Usually I try and give games a chance, but yeah, dude, like nothing about it is strong. Nothing about it was able to grab me like, okay, I can latch onto this strong narrative experience. Okay, I can latch onto this exciting or interesting gameplay experience. Or I can latch onto these really interesting and compelling characters. Unfortunately, this game wasn't able to do that for me, and that's why I've subsequently dropped the title. But tell me your thoughts down there in the comments. Let's have a discussion down there. Tell me your thoughts. Take it easy, gents. Have a great day, man.